Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms. I have added a automatic chicken cooker to my world. It's working pretty well, except for some reason we have raw chickens that aren't cooked, so I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, this is not my design at all. This is entirely designed by somebody else, which is why I didn't do it on camera. But it was designed by another YouTuber named Rabid S'more, and I'll put a link to his description or to his video in the description if you want to build that little guy for yourself. It's pretty easy, actually. It's very compact and it works pretty well. I've let it run a couple times, but I've already taken a lot of the drops and the loot from it over to the Roman city and put it in the storage room. So that's why it looks relatively empty. But anyway, let's go on. Can I... Oh, look at that. Oh, missed him. That's okay. Anyway. Looks like I'm good enough to hit one, but not the other. What I want to do in today's episode is I want to start a really, really big project. This is going to be a massive project, guys. It's going to be huge. What we are going to do is we are going to build a grand library that is going to hold all sorts of things. It's going to hold all of our enchanted books. So we'll have the first floor. It's going to be a 2-story building. I've got it all kind of planned out. For the most part, I've got kind of the basic idea planned out and creative in my creative testing world. But it's going to be 2 stories. The first floor is going to hold all of our enchanted books. The second floor is going to hold anything else that's a book. And it will also hold all of our, mixed enchantment books, the ones that we find that have, efficiency and protection and etc., etc. So, yeah, it should be amazing. But it's going to be massive. It's going to take up this entire plot of space. And notice, right here there would normally be a road, and right here there would normally be a road. So each of these little squares is 21 by 21. This is going to take up 4 of them, plus the additional space where the roads would normally go, which means this is going to be the largest build in this city, and I think it's going to be amazing. However, before we can get started, look at this. It's a mess over here. We've got random ponds and puddles, and it's all super, super, super uneven and rough, and I don't know what happened here, but whew, man. This definitely needs to be cleaned up a bit before we can get started with this project. And I think you guys know what that means. Let's jump in to a time lapse. Alright guys, I am back, and I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. There may be a couple of them in this episode, my friends, because this is going to be a huge project. I really don't know that we'll be able to finish it today, but we'll be able to get a pretty good start on it, and I am so excited. This is going to be such an amazing project. Oh man, it's going to be awesome. So I laid out the area. Let's actually get up on top of this hill so you can kind of see. Also, I should mention, I kind of terraformed this hill a little bit in the time lapse, but this is just kind of a quick and dirty job. This is going to be a lot better later. I'm going to re-terraform this and really kind of make it look a lot more natural. Right now you can tell it's very obviously man-made and it doesn't look great. So I'm going to re-terraform this hill at some point, but for now I just kind of needed to get it moved back a little bit to make way for our library. So without further ado, I have laid out the outline of the library, kind of. This is going to be the outer wall, but we're then going to use the additional 2 blocks we have. You can see we've got another couple blocks to the border, right? 1, 2, actually 3? Do we have 3 on either side? I think we have 3 on either side, on all sides. Yeah. We're going to use the additional blocks to detail the outer walls, so that basically gives me a total of 3 layers of depth to play around with once we get the inner parts of the library kind of working and up and running. So you can see this thing is going to be massive. It's going to be huge. But our very next step is to kind of lay out the library a little bit, and we need to get a floor in right away too, because it'll be a lot easier to do that now than it will be to do it later. So let's lay out some stuff. So we need a pillar here, and then it's going to have stairs like that. And what we're going to want to do is basically this all the way around, right? So we're going to kind of divide this up into little sections. Now the corners, we're counting in, we're leaving a 2-block gap here. The corners are going to be full blocks, but the rest of these are going to be stairs, like so. Okay? See how that kind of makes sense? Then, let's put down these resource shulker boxes. Then, we're going to grab some bookshelves, and we're going to go up 3 high, like that, on all of these. Okay? Then we'll take a spruce slab and put it here and here. And then we actually need a little bit of spruce stairs, which I, for some reason, decided not to make, or not to prepare in advance. I think I just kind of forgot about them, but that's okay. So we'll put a upside down stair like that, okay? Then, right here, we're gonna go, let's go maybe 2. So we'll form these kind of pillars like so. As I said, the corners, because of the way that stairs have to sit, the corners are just gonna be full blocks like that, right? And actually, let's do this wall together while we're at it. So we'll go stair and slab right there. Okay, so we got something going like this. And then we'll take ourselves a little bit of nether brick slabs and go across like this. Okay? So there's kind of the start of the design. Then what we're going to have to do is here we go. I was going to say I need some chests. So in each of these, we're going to put a chest like so, and it will open because this is a transparent block above it. I think that was changed at some point. Like, I don't know if it was a bug or what, but whatever, it's all good. Behind the chests, for a little bit of lighting, we're going to put a glowstone block, like so. Okay? So it'll kind of go back there, and that'll give us some lighting in these areas. We're also going to have ceiling lights once we eventually get the ceiling in place, although that's going to take a little while. And then what we need to do... okay, good. I do have what I need. Let's get up on top here. Now, on top of these pillars, right? You can see the pillars like right here. We're going to put a full block. Like this. We'll put a upside down stair right here. And right here. With a slab. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to color code every chest with a color to represent what type of enchantment goes in here. So, like, for example, I'm going to use lime for armor enchants. And that way, as we're walking around the library, we can see, oh, this is where all the armor enchants are. And then there'll be a sign right here that says, you know, like, protection or whatever. So that's basically the plan. That's what we're going to do. Alright guys, I am back. Another time lapse in the books. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So we've got the lower portion, the first floor of the library, pretty much structurally complete. I mean, all the important stuff is in here. Now what I need to do is go through and add to each of these a sign that says what enchantment is going to be held in the chest, and then color coordinate it up here. And I just realized that one stair is off. There we go. That's better. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll get all of our enchantments in place, and then we can start working on the second floor. All right, guys, I am back, and I have all of the color coding and signs in place. I never realized just how many armor enchantments there were compared with everything else. So over here, we've got our tools, which are lime. We've got our armor enchants going all the way around. Here we've got red for sword enchants, gray for curses, blue for fishing rod enchants, yellow for bows, and then orange for multi-purpose, unbreaking and mending. So that is basically that part. Now we need a way to get up to the second floor. And I have kind of a cool idea for a staircase that I want to do here. Let's go ahead and right here, let's knock out a bit of an area. Like, that should be good, I think. And then we're going to bring this back a little ways. Give ourselves some space to work with. There we go. That should be good. What I'm thinking is we're going to have a staircase that leads up like this, but we're going to make it entirely out of stairs. And what that's going to do is create kind of this little, like, effect where you can see through. Ooh, and I just realized this actually needs to come up one higher. There we go. So you can kind of see, come on. You can see through the holes in the staircase and kind of get a peek of what's over on the other side. I think that's really cool. I think it's kind of an interesting idea, and it's not something that I've done before. Now, I'm certainly not the first person to ever do this, but still, I think it's kind of a cool little concept. Let's bring this back a little ways too. There we go. That should be good. And then right here, we've got these two pillars, and these pillars are going to end up extending upwards, which I think will be really cool. Now here, I'm going to make a little row of nether brick, like that. And then to kind of bring the staircase to life and make it more interesting, we're going to take upside down stairs and kind of bring them around like that to kind of emphasize those lines. Then down here, I think I'm going to make a little thing like this. And maybe over here we'll put like a little bit of an arch right there. Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty cool. We could even do some sort of like a design right here. You know, something like this or whatever. But I think maybe we'll just keep it real simple. Keep it an arch like that. And then I could have room to put another chest here if I want. Maybe an ender chest, actually. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing to put there. Just so there's an ender chest down here on the first floor. But I think that's pretty cool. This little lighting glitch right here kind of annoys me, though. Just the fact that it's just right there. But I think I can live with it. It's okay. So that is basically the first floor, mostly in place. Now, what we're going to do right here, this is going to connect up over here. This will kind of come over this way, and this one will run right there. I think what we're going to do here is something like this. So we're going to make like this little railing, and we're going to make it look kind of like there are like supports coming up. Why did those... Oh, they do line up. It just looks a little funky. There we go. But by doing this, we can kind of make it look like there are these beams that are wrapping around. I think that's a really cool effect. I think it looks good. All right, guys, I am back, and I think it's looking pretty good. Now, if you haven't already figured it out, this spot right here, this is going to be where our entranceway goes. And I haven't completely figured out yet what I'm going to be doing for an entranceway design, which is why this doesn't look super incredible at the moment. But we'll come up with something. We'll figure out some sort of a cool design, and I'm sure we'll be able to work something out. Part of it's going to kind of depend on what we decide to do for detailing on the outside of the building, which is also something that I haven't figured out yet. I just basically came up with the plan for the interior. But I think this is pretty cool. Like, this is a really good start. The downstairs, I'm very, very happy with. We'll fill some of the space in the middle. At the end of the project, we'll put maybe like little reading areas and stuff like that in here. Tables and chairs, you know, places where people could come and hang out and just, you know, all that kind of good stuff. But The next step is going to be the second floor. So we definitely have some work we need to do up there. Alright guys, I am back. That's the third time lapse this episode. This has kind of become like an epic-sode. That's alright though. This has been fun. So what we need to do next is we need to get this little bit figured out, and I think what we're going to do right here, let me grab, I think I've got some chests in one of these. Yeah, there we go. And actually, let's grab some spruce stuff as well. There we go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have double chests, and these are going to hold mixed books like I talked about. Now, do I want... I'm almost tempted to do 3 high double chests like that. Yeah, we could make that work. We could make that work. And that would give us 6 double chests to store mixed books, which would be plenty, since I don't really plan on spending a whole lot more time at the AFK fishing farm. I don't really need that much more as far as that goes. So let's do that. Let's grab a little bit of nether brick, like so. That should be enough. And let's see if we can kind of come up with the design. I still want to have a color above these, but I think what we could probably do, let's think about this. So we need a line here, right? And then we'd have our slabs above it. Let's do this. Let's get up here and we'll put slabs right there. That way all the chests will open. And then up, let's see. Up here, we could do a stair like this. Ooh, maybe not. I'm just trying to think. Maybe here and here. That could work. That could work potentially. I'm trying to think of how it's going to look once we put the color in. Oh, no, it won't because the slab. Ah, dang it. Okay. Because the color would have to go right here to match everything else. Let's just keep this simple. Let's just go 2 double chests instead of 3. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. And that'll still give me 4 double chests to store mixed books in. And I think that is more than I have currently in the world, so it should be just fine. Let's just break all of these extra chests. There we go. And then we'll have right here slabs like this. And we'll basically just kind of take this pattern that we had. So let's see. That would be slabs across like so. Up here we would have stair, stair, slab, slab, right? Yeah. Okay. I was hoping to fit the extra double chest, but it looks like that's not going to be possible. That's okay. It's all right. There are worse things. It'll be just fine. Spruce. Like a so. Like a so. There. And then we'll put our slabs in here and... Oh, actually, this guy needs to go up. One more. There we go. Stair. Like that. Okay. That should be good. Now here, I want to have an ender chest. And I'm trying to think, do I want to have it... Maybe what we'll do is right here, we'll bring these up a little bit more like that. We'll put a slab and a slab. Oh, wait a minute. Or a stair and a stair, I should say. Like this. The ender chest would sit right here. Right? And then... Is that right? This doesn't seem right. Oh, because it's not. We do... Yeah. There we go. And then the ender chest would sit right in here. So you still have access to it? Yeah. That should be good. And then we'll end up doing... We'll actually put another ender chest over here as well, I think. And that should look pretty good. So we do need to bring these guys up. Like that. There we go. Slab here and here. Slab and stair. There we go. Or we could even put a hole here and put another color above it. Maybe that'd be cool. Maybe we'll figure out some sort of color to put above the ender chest. Normally I would use cyan since it's got that kind of enderish color, but we've already used cyan for armor, so we'll have to think of something else, but that'll be okay. I think this will be fine. Now back here, I don't know if I want to do glowstone again. I'm kind of leaning towards that. Let's grab a bunch of glowstone. And we can hide the glowstone there behind the chest. Although, I just realized I don't actually have a way to get to it right now. There we go. That'll work. Let's get back down here. And then we need a slab here. And a slab here, right? Yeah. Okay. And then back here, we'll put glowstone. Like this. Glowstone there. And then we'll come around to the other side. And that should basically take care of the majority of this. Other than, we still obviously need to do a ceiling and a roof and all that kind of stuff. And obviously the outside of the building right now looks pretty bad, so we're going to have to do something about that as well. But I think I'm actually really happy with the way that this build is coming out. This is amazing. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Let's just take a look. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So let me figure out what I want for mixed books, what I want for these colors over here, which I will talk about very shortly, and then what I want for the ender chest, and then I'll come back to you. Alright guys, I am back, and I've got the colors all in place. I decided to go with magenta for the mixed chests, regular green for the ender chests, gray for unused chests, and blue for what we are now going to start doing in this series. I have decided that after a long time, we should start doing a comment or question of the day. So I'm going to write it in a book, and then I'll put it in a chest until the chest is all completely filled up, like so. And as more chests get filled up, we'll swap these gray blocks right here out for blue blocks. So the light blue signifies there's stuff in here. And I'll probably put a sign on here that has like the date. So actually, let me see. Do I have any more signs? I do. So we're going to put a sign right there that will say 07 March 2017 to, and since this chest is not yet filled, we will just leave an end date right there. And actually, you know what? That is going to have trouble fitting, so we're going to do it 07 March 2017. We'll abbreviate it like that. There we go. So, comment or question of the day. Now, I am certainly not the first YouTuber to do a comment or question of the day. It's not my original idea or anything like that. There's a few other YouTubers who do this. My good buddy Python is one of them. There's also that one relatively small YouTuber. I think his name is like Ergo or something like that. He does it as well. But anyway, we're going to do a comment or question of the day, and since I am pretty much out of time for this episode, let's go ahead and do it. So, the question of the day is, why don't you have that cool sky texture anymore, from Ryan Prentice? So, basically, normally my texture pack includes these beautiful custom skies that are from the Halcyon Days texture pack, but they require Optifine in order to work, and since we are in the experimental snapshot 17W06A, Optifine is not available. Optifine only ever comes out for full release versions of Minecraft. So as soon as we have Optifine available, we will have our custom skies back, but right now, it just can't be done. Not until we have, I would have to either downgrade the world to 1.11.2, or I would have to just wait, which is what we're going to do. So, that's the comment of the day, and guys, I am out of time for this episode. So my friends, if you enjoyed this video, which took a really long time, please do leave a like on it for me. I really do appreciate it, and it really does help. As for me, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Links in the description down below, so make sure you check that out as well. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.